And I'll be damned, Shane isn't here on the one day we're going to talk about one of the greatest series and probably what I would consider the greatest season of television ever made in Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks, guys, this day today on November 10th, 33 years ago, there's no coincidence to that number, 33 years ago was released on television. Man, so long ago. I can't believe this series is this old. I want to start off by saying, me and Shane both, I will speak for him, we have a fiery, undying passion for all things Twin Peaks. Not probably all things David Lynch too, but specifically Twin Peaks. So I probably watched Twin Peaks for the first time maybe 5-6 years ago. I thought season 1 was amazing. I thought season 2 had its ups and downs, and then of course probably three or so years after I had checked out the first and second season, it was announced that David Lynch was going to do a third season with Showtime called Twin Peaks: The Revival or The Return. I think it's The Return. And yeah, I had, as Shane would, if he was here, he would tell you, I had a bunch of hype for this show, guys. This show was the original WandaVision. Like, this show was, like I was always saying with WandaVision, I was waiting by the TV an hour before, all ready to go, popcorn pop, drinks filled. God, I loved this series, that Twin Peaks: The Return. It was even on Showtime. I didn't have Showtime. I went out and got Showtime, and the moment that fucking show ended, I ended Showtime. Because I could give a damn about whatever the hell was on there. I just wanted to see Twin Peaks Season 3. Twin Peaks Season 3 was it was a love-hate relationship that I have with it. It was an amazing, like I said, I think that season of television is probably the greatest season of television ever made. I believe episode 8 or 9, the Mushroom Cloud episode. If you're gonna check anything out of Twin Peaks, just start there, and then that'll be enough to sell you on wanting to see more. But yeah, like I said, season 3, love-hate relationship. I had a lot of anticipation to see my favorite character. My favorite character is Agent Cooper, as I'm sure it is for most of us. And I wanted to see Coop, man. And Lynch did what he always does. He knew what I wanted, and he was slowly going to act like he was maybe going to give it to me, but probably not. And instead I get Dougie, right? This kind of like, not all the way there version of Coop, kind of. And I know Shane loves Dougie, but God, Dougie became such an annoyance to me, man, because I wanted to see Coop so bad that it was like, stop showing me this freaking idiot, man. Like, just give me Coop. I mean, I also think that still to this day I have not seen the finale, the last episode of the series, because by that point I was so frustrated from not getting Coop. Now I know that he does show up in that last episode, but you, David Lynch, 22 episodes and one with the main character, whatever, dude. Yeah, I still loved Twin Peaks Season 3, and like I said, I still think it's one of the greatest seasons of television ever made. It really is. It's so good. If you guys haven't seen Twin Peaks Season 3, you definitely got to go check it out, especially if you're a film fan or fanatic. If you're watching this show, you shouldn't be. You should be watching Twin Peaks Season 3. That being said, what I want to talk about is 33 years, right? That's a long time, guys. That's forever. 33 years is forever. 33 years is so long that usually you watch a movie that old or a series that old and you can tell. What I want to say is specifically talk about the most is that, I watched it for the first time 3 to 5 years ago, and God, I would have never guessed in my life that this thing was that old. I mean, this thing holds up in every single way. I mean, in every way. It looks good still. It sounds good still. It may not be 16:9, but it's still. I'm telling you, everything about this holds up. The only thing that doesn't hold up about this is the same thing that doesn't with anything that was made in that time period, which is the CG stuff. There's very little in it, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. But what is in it is sometimes really bad. But yeah, there's so much iconic imagery to me in David Lynch's Twin Peaks. You know, I think of the Red Room. I think of the off-putting feelings. I think of the Roadhouse. I think of the unusual, quirky characters. You know, the people, the town. Right, Twin Peaks. It really is about the town, right? And how all those people are so dug in and part of it that it's like I said, it's overwhelmingly creepy. And then it's such a small place and so far away and so much, like a big, it's just, yes. So anyways, I think of lots of iconic things that come from Twin Peaks. And then, it's hard for me to not think of it when I see things, like WandaVision. When I seen WandaVision and I was trying to explain to Shane and his wife about, how good it was. The only thing that I could compare it to comparatively was Twin Peaks Season 3. Because Twin Peaks... or even just 1 and 2, but any Twin Peaks, but specifically 3, but any Twin Peaks at all, because in Twin Peaks, basically, there's this kind of underlying, if you've never seen it, there's this underlying, like, cringe feel going on, like, at all times. And this underlying cringe feeling leads you to constantly question, what the fuck is going on? What the hell? And either am I watching... or specifically, what the hell is going on in this town or this city? What the hell is wrong with these people? What the hell? That is exactly how I felt about WandaVision, right? I mean, WandaVision felt that way all the way up until the final couple episodes. Specifically in those first 2 to 3 episodes, right? You were constantly like, what the hell? It gives you that shock episode with Black and White where she turns and looks at Vision and there's a chunk just missing out of his head and his eyes are white because he's dead. And he's like, what's wrong, sweetie? And she's like, just that was so Lynchian and so Twin Peaks, man. Specifically Season 3, like I said, it's shock kind of, but in a different way, in like a eerie, cringy way. And that's what David Lynch does. That's what he brings to the table. And obviously, I think it's safe to say. I wish Shane was here to talk more about it, but I think it's safe to say that Twin Peaks is David Lynch's crowning achievement. I don't think he would argue with me on that. I don't think many people would. If he would say anything else, he would maybe say Blue Velvet or Mulholland Drive. But really, when it comes down to it, none of that is as well known or as renowned or even as critically acclaimed as Twin Peaks. I mean, Twin Peaks, like I said, is still kind of a big thing today. Like, people know it. It's like a cult kind of following. Still, I believe on Netflix or Hulu or one of those things, and probably always will be, sort of like The Office and all those kinds of things. But yeah, really shocked that, like I said, this thing turns 33 years old today. Just want to say congratulations, Twin Peaks. Congratulations to David Lynch, wherever you are out there. I know you're probably talking about the weather, picking random ball numbers out of a jar right now, but we're over here at the Screen Talk Live YouTube channel sending you love, brother. We appreciate your hard work and everything you've done. 33 years later, man, it's still just as kick-ass to me, David. And I wouldn't want to not have this as the main topic of this show today. So, yeah. That's why it is the main topic. And if you guys haven't checked out any Twin Peaks, man, go check it out. I also love all Twin Peaks memorabilia. I have like the A to Z box. I mean, just so much. I always want. My dream is one day we'll get a red room, and that's what the studio will be in. We'll have the show in the red room. And if you don't know what that is, go look it up or watch Twin Peaks so you can understand and know what the hell I'm talking about.